Yo, 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 happy Monday, guys. So Bitcoin's still sitting at $98,000, starting to slow down a little bit on the shorter time frames. However, altcoins have obviously exploded, right? And it's been an exciting couple of days. Now, the reason why it's been exciting is because we finally released the rest of the altcoins. Now, we released new altcoins. Altcoins are pumping. Stellar's going through the moon. We're seeing that the different categories are starting to ignite. So what you are seeing now is you're definitely starting to see money start to flow to the next areas. Now, the important thing to understand was these alts have only just started to break weekly trends. This is not alt season yet. This is not alt season just yet. This gave you a taste of what 9 months of alt season actually is like, right? To see these insane gains and these insane pumps come at a very early, a very fast pace. Now, today I'm here to show you that you need to prepare for a little trap. Now, it's not going to be that little for those who are not prepared for it. A lot of people are saying, Sheldon, what the hell? Market's pumping, you're busy taking profits. What's going on? I'm going to show you what type of trader and investor you want to be in this bull market. I'm going to show you 3 different options, okay, of how you want to actually make money in this cycle and how you're going to use this and understand when these big traps are coming. I'm seeing a pullback that can be violent. Okay, and it can really do a lot of damage if you don't know any take profit strategies, or you don't understand any patience, and you don't understand that this is a long run. Guys, everything has just broken weekly trends. The alt season hasn't even begun. But you worrying about, oh, why are we this, like, we're going to go to the moon. If you're already getting drunk at 7 o'clock in the evening, you are not going to make the end of the party. Okay, and I'm here to show you guys. Remember, I told you I'm going to be honest and do it different this time. I've been through 4 years of crypto with an audience. I now understand this market to a whole nother level, but I understand myself better. And I understand how I'm going to make money. So today I'm going to show you guys that I do think that there is a couple days of downside incoming. I think the immediate pullback is going to be quite aggressive on altcoins. I do think a lot of altcoins that broke weekly trends are going to come to the most life-changing entries. Okay, but you need money to buy those entries. You need to be able to get into those entries and stop giving money back to the market. I'm going to show you guys the 3 different styles that you can choose to trade this market. I'm going to show you the different portfolios that I have for this bull market. And I'm going to show you all the buy zones on where I think these altcoins go next and what I'm doing next with my own account, with my own money in front of you all. So guys, if you want someone real, this bull market, and you want someone that's going to actually show you things that no one's going to show you other than just bullish shows. I can also go just put tiles every day to the moon. These are going next. These are going next. But when I see a trap incoming and I see that people are starting to lose the vision of what type of aggressive, volatile market you are actually in, I'm going to be honest here and I'm going to show you guys you need to stay level-headed and you must not get drunk at 7 o'clock. So if you're in with me, you hit the like button right now, and I'm about to bring you one of the best education shows and give you the best entries and show you everything I'm doing right now, but I'm going to be honest with you. And that's one of the most important things. So like the video up. This is real. So no more wasting time. Let's have a great show. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like Sniper. Welcome to Sheldon the Show.
Oh, man, to fam, again, hit the like button, like it up if you are here for the long run. That's all that I want to know. Hit the like button. I want to see lights go up. Who's here for the long run and who's here to get drunk early and get carried out and get put in the Uber at 8 o'clock at night? Who's Jimmy? Who's Jimmy, baby? Oh, there's Jimmy. There's a Jimmy. Get some tequilas. Jimmy, you, bro. No, I'm joking. But again, guys, remember, if you're brand to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I am here one more day, and then I'm back on the main. But then other hosts are coming here to the live channel. So subscribe up over here, and then I'm back on the main from tomorrow, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. Couple of things just before I start. In the next 3 weeks, I have the next sniper school starting. It's the last one for the year. So if you really want to prepare yourself for alt season in Jan, in December, at any moment now, make sure you go below in the description, sign up for Sniper School. It costs you absolutely nothing. And just remember, guys, a couple of specials are still big this week. So I just want to show you now so I can go straight into the alpha. Okay, but I just want to jump in over here. I see there's myself talking. Who's that guy? Fucking 𝗘𝗀𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗪 motherfucker. Yeah, anyway, let's go. Just show you guys a couple of specials. So remember, we still have Sniper Club. You're running out of Black Friday this week, guys. The specials will be gone, right? So Sniper Club over here, 33% off of a year. Otherwise, I think you get around 10 to 20%. I think it's 10% for 3 months if you sign up for Sniper Club now. Okay, and that's a great community for you guys over there. Easy Algo, okay, which is something that actually charts for you and helps with buys and sells and stuff on your own trading view. That's on special at the moment. And remember, we've got the 𝗬𝗥𝗡 signups as well. If you sign up, there's a bunch of deposit bonuses over here just to show you. If you sign up, you get $20. You do that, your identification, you get $10. And if you deposit, you get $100. You can actually go accumulate a bit of dollars on the red days. So not the red days when the market's not doing much. So if you want, link below in the description for 𝗬𝗥 over there. No KYC, and it's amazing. Okay, so let's go through a couple of things. Well done. Market's looking fantastic on the weekly, looking good. The most exciting thing though about what's happening right now is obviously looking at how the altcoins are being released. It's nice to see a Chainlink waking up. It's nice to see an XRP just blowing out the water. You know, we are seeing some massive higher time frame pushes over here. Look at that. You know, really strong from XRP. So well done to the XRP army. You know me, I've been calling it buys on XRP and sells on XRP for a long time, but I've always been a part and always knew that these coins go in bull markets, you know, and it's nice to see that these type of tokens are waking up. And you could see a whole bunch. DOT started waking up, started exploding. Do you see what I see? Has not even begun. Okay, so before you pre-jump and get too drunk at the party, just understand we are going into a lot of resistance on these alts, and retests make sense, and then rocket ships go off. But those retests are like 30-40%. Okay, so your poor leverage portfolio is going to give a lot of money back if you're not prepared for that, and you also just not playing the game correctly, you know, if you're not banking profits and having money to buy the damn dips. But however, we are seeing a bunch of altcoins really starting to wake up. You got Rose breaking weekly trends. You got XTZ that had a great week. Massive volume spike. Straight into resistance at the moment. Okay, so, but the nice thing is we have not seen these altcoins pump for a very long time. You even have Arbitrum pumping. You got AVAX waking up. Okay, but as you could see, that this is not alt season. Alt season is next. 100%. It's coming in the next couple of weeks. But this is not alt season yet. This is not this massive rally just yet. Do you see what happened before this big rally over here? Did you see this push in? Now, again, I'm not saying it's going to go this deep at all, but do you just see that it started, came back to retest, and then alt season started, right? Do you see that everyone that got drunk here, the Jimmies here, they got carried out on stretches, right? Got out. Then the party began. Okay, so this is a good understanding that we are just starting to break through, but we haven't smashed through the major resistances yet. I just want to show you as an example. The AVAX party hasn't even begun. It's actually getting into a big resistance area. We're probably going to see a little bit of a sell-off. Okay, so nonetheless, it is amazing to see how these tokens are waking up and looking strong. But before I jump into the next thing, I want to ask you guys a question. You have three options this bull market. You have three, you as a person and as a trader, you've got three ways to make money with your accounts. The first thing I want to show you guys is I want you to understand what the hell you're doing with your money. Okay, and this is going to be a quick view of yourself. And I promise you this next 5 minutes is going to save you a lot this bull market. I don't care how skilled you are, how much you've been before. If you have a very basic, simple plan and you actually have a bit of structure and understanding, it's going to save you a lot of money. It's going to make you a lot of money. And you're going to walk away from this bull market life changed. Okay, if you're going to do it blindly, you're just going to fall part of the market cycle. And I'll show you what that looks like. So let's show you a couple of things. I have 3 accounts. Today, my long term is pumping. I am not selling any of this stuff. You guys know I've just been accumulating, right? But the thing is, though, I'm kind of out of money for my long term. And there's more tokens that are on the market. So what I've been doing is obviously freeing up some cash, okay, because I want more long term. But this one, I am holding for the entire bull market. I have way higher time frame structures. You guys will see the show one day. It will be just me like this, and it will say, I'm out. You will know in the next couple of months. Not yet. We're still so far, but you will see that show. I am out. I'm done. Okay. This one until then is in. So when a lot of people are saying, Sheldon, market's pumping. How can you? Guys, I'm making more money than ever right now. Okay. But there's other portfolios that are playing smart. These 2 portfolios are my spot and my margin accounts. These ones I 100% am taking profits on the way up because I'm not making the same damn stupid mistake that I made last time. I am not. And I've seen everyone make this mistake. The beginning of this year, every bull market, no one takes profit on the way up. They write it all back down. And it's just like, it's stupid. It's really not smart at all. So my spot accounts, I'm taking it up. Why? Because all that I'm doing when that market is going up is I am filling up cash bags. Cash. I want cash. When the big dip happens, I want a lot of cash. When everyone's fearful, everyone's this, I want cash. Okay, what I use with that cash is I go buy more long term. That's what my spot does. My spot is there. for cash, and it's there to load me up for the long term. Simple, which means as the markets go up, I take profits. I don't give a crap if it goes 20% more. I don't care. Why? Because my spot account is not an account that cares about what the coin does or who the coin is or who the owner is. It doesn't care. It's there to make money. Its pure goal is to make money. My long-term portfolio is to hold quality. Okay, but my actual spot is to make money. I don't care. I made my money. I'm out. I'm banked. And there's a rule system for me to get back in. It has to be a double-digit red day and has to be a fearful fast dump, which comes every couple of weeks. You will see them only grow in this bull market. Then what we have is the leverage accounts as well, where this one I take profits, definitely the way up, but I build slow and steady. So I want to ask you guys the question. You have three options here. What are you going to be this bull market? I want to show you option one. Option one was I started this account. I do have a couple of shorts going. I'll explain that in a sec. I know everyone's running one direction. I'm running the next. Okay, but this is for some fun. However, I took this account. I'm now sitting on $870,000. Okay, we all know, because I did it on YouTube. Okay, we all know I started with $250,000. Okay, so there was the start. Then what happened? Remember, the market pumped. And I said, guys, I'm taking profits. Remember? And I said, I'm going to put limit orders in. And I managed to take my account from 250 to around 400, 450. And I put limit orders in. Okay. Then what happened was I was patient for a couple of days. My limit orders took. Market went off again. I took my account now to $800,000. Okay. Now I'm back in cash. Okay. Fully back in cash. Then what I'm doing is I'm being patient now, waiting for the clear dip that comes. And then I'm redeploying in. And from there, my next goal is to get to 1.5. Then it's to get to 3 million. And then it's to build this account up to $10 million, right? Okay. But the main thing though, think of this as a coin, my money, right? This is what's very important. People don't actually chart their own money. And that's the problem. And this is what's going to save you guys a lot of cash in this bull market. You don't understand that the way to make money here is to make money, take a breather, and buy the obvious, right? Get back in the obvious. Then you make money, take a breather. When everyone's going in and chopping in and going. It's not about catching the exact tops and bottoms. Make money. Then I take a breather. Then I get ready and I make money again, which means I'm sitting on a bunch of cash patience. But do you see how I want to grow my money this cycle? Okay, now let's go look at the other people. Let's go look at everyone else, right? That wants to hold all their positions. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you start, you make money. Dip happens here. Half your accounts get liquidated. Half of them get stopped out. Half of them this, whatever. You go from 250 back to around 280. Then you go to 350 back to 270 or to 290, 300. Then you go here. Then a massive crash happens. Boom. Get wiped out. You're back at the start. Then you make a lot of money again. Poof, give it all back. And that's your whole bull market. Money in, money out, money in, money out, money in, money out, right? Now let's show you what's scary, because option 2 and option 3 are very close to each other. They are very similar, and option 2 can turn into option 3 very quickly. Okay. You make a lot of money now. Okay. You hold your positions. You survive the pullback. You add more. You up your leverage. You make more money. You add. You compound. You make your account bigger. Take on more trades. Your account went from 3,000 to 10,000 now. Put it all in. Put it all in. Put it all in. You build up in a choppy way. By the way, this is very exhausting. I slept like a damn baby this weekend. I slept incredible. I am so pumped today and so filled with energy because I took profits and I didn't give a crap if the market went up a little bit more or not. Like, I didn't care, right? I was way more healthier. Where here, whoo, damn, you're rich, you're poor, you're rich, you're poor. Bread, lobster. Your dinners are changing every second night. You're confused with life, right? You're really all over the place, okay? And look what option 3 does as well. Is you compound, and one big wick. And I just want to show you guys this over here. The last bull market as an example on Bitcoin. Okay. This one here was a big one, which I think we are getting near. This one over here, where we went from $42,000 to $28,000. This over here hurts, but you know what hurts more? One of these. Doesn't mean it's the end of the bull. Doesn't mean any of these things. These things hurt. And what that does is that poor person that took the months of growing one account gets completely wiped out and actually exits this bull market either in a loss, okay, which a lot of people will be, okay, or they will be just at break even and have to wait for the next bull market. So before I jump into the next buys and the sells, are you going to walk away with this market with no money? Are you going to walk away with this market with a little bit of money? Are you going to wait for the next bull market? That's the question I'm going to ask you. If not, put your pants on today, okay, and become level-headed and make your money like you want to see your coin go up. You want to see your coin go up? Make a bull flag. Go up, make a bull flag. Up, make a bull flag. When it's going up, you are making a shit ton of money. When it's going side, you are resting and you are getting ready for opportunities. Then you are making money again and you are becoming a sustainable person that actually understands what the hell they're doing more than trading on the sense of luck and trying to hit the lotto. The lotto is not going to come to you. And even if the lotto does come to you, you're probably going to give it all back because you never learned the skill from day one. We are here for a marathon. We have a whole 2025 to kill it. So take these little things now and learn these little lessons now that it's you versus you for this entire market. And it does not matter if your coin goes up another 20% after you sold it. Because I guarantee you 3 to 4 days later, or even up to a week to 2 weeks later, that coin will be back, if not even lower. Okay, and you're going to either give all that money back and all of that energy back and all that time back, or you're actually going to start playing the game. Okay, I didn't do this the last bull market, and I'm 100% doing it this bull market. So let's go. Let's jump into a couple of things, and let's actually look at the truth of what the charts are actually showing. Okay, so Bitcoin is extending. It is doing very well, okay? And it's actually getting to a very important area on the weekly chart. It's getting to our 1.618. Now, we've seen this before in multiple cycles, but let me show you again where this basically is. You take your fib from the top and the low of the last cycle, and you get a couple of fib lines, okay? And when we get to the 1.618 is when the altcoins get triggered. Now, isn't it ironic that we have just gotten near the 1.618 and the altcoins have started to trigger, right? There we go. We're at the 1.618. We're about to approach it. It's sitting at $101,000, which we still might hit before the pullback. I'll speak about that in a sec. Okay. But we are now getting to a heated zone. And all that you see now is you've got to understand that the moment that the market starts to extend very quickly, you just got to prepare for a short wick or a short shakeout that basically traps any late buyers that come in over here, and then the market continues. This can look like this on the weekly, where it's 2 candles down, and then we get going. And this will create a lot of damage. Reason being is, you go look at something like Bitcoin dominance. Now, guys, Bitcoin dominance, I don't know if you've noticed, but it has not broken alt-season trend just yet. So to get too drunk and just say, oh, Sheldon, all these sort of things, yes, your altcoins are making money. But in the high time frame, they haven't begun just yet. Okay, which means you could see here that we are only but coming down to the Bitcoin dominance here, which means at any moment here now, there can be a little push up and then alt season can begin. Now, if the market decides and Bitcoin decides to have a pullback, okay, on the weekly, which can result in a 10-20% pullback and dominance goes up, your per altcoin is going to come down 30-40%. Okay, and you're going to ask yourself the question, do I have money to buy that or not? Okay, and if you don't have any money to buy that, you're probably going to just give away a bunch of profits. You probably might not lose money because you got some good buys. Okay, but you're not going to have anything involved there. So you got to understand that right now we are nearly there, but not there just yet. Okay, so what we're waiting for now is a shakeout of the altcoins, a nice little leverage wick to come at any single point. Okay, and then we prepare for a December to a January alt season, a massive push. But let's speak about a couple of things because there's been a lot of exciting tokens that have launched because of this last little pump. And I want to show you guys here. Look at things like 𝗘𝗀𝗆. 𝗘𝗀𝗆 broke out in its first weekly high. Okay, so on this pullback, if you're not buying 𝗘𝗀𝗆 for your long term, it doesn't make any, like this is bull market entries. We have finally broken out now. This thing comes back into these zones. And from here, we get ready for another couple 100% gains. Okay, so here is a big one of 𝗘𝗀𝗆 that's massively was not available last week. Now available. Things like 𝗬𝗢𝗑, broken out. Things like Injective, broken out. So all of these tokens here are getting ready and coiled up. And let's speak about gaming for a second. I think if you're not buying gaming right now, it's crazy, especially for your long-term portfolio. Gaming is getting ignited. Things like Sidus, things like Nakamoto. Nakamoto is on the verge of a trend line break and an explosion. Okay, so what this recent altcoin pump has done is it just broke a lot of these trends on these altcoins over here. And from here, we're looking at really strong extension. However, there is a trap coming before that. So let's jump into the short-term trades and show you guys what exactly I'm seeing. I'm seeing 2 scenarios between today and tomorrow, okay, of the dump being triggered. When the dump gets triggered, I think the dump is going to last between 5 to 7 days, to be honest, maybe a little bit shorter, okay, but around 5 to 7 days. I think it's going to be a higher time frame pullback. And what I think is actually going to happen is if you go look here on the weekly stochastic RSI on Bitcoin, right, you could see here, let me just jump here to the weekly and just show you guys the weekly. There is the weekly over there. Okay, so what I'm looking now to happen is very similar to what we've seen previously. And I just want to go here to the bull as well. You see how we sit up here for a little while. But in order to do that, you first have the little turn. So this goes up, then it starts to turn down a little bit, and then it starts to trigger up again. And that's when the market really starts to extend. So what I'm looking at now is a small push down in the weekly. And I actually see, and this again can result in 1 or 2 candles. One candle will do it, a big candle. Okay, and then the market will settle a little bit. But this to pull down a bit, and then we get going again for the next rally. But that is a decent, that means that the weekly chart needs to come down in order for that to happen. Guys, this is danger. If you don't see that this weekly stock is literally hanging at the top right now, okay, and you're not thinking about any profit, you got to understand this is a very high time frame RSI that's at the top. Okay, it's not a small one. Okay, so for me, this is giving me an early sign that there is a weekly pullback incoming at any single moment. Plus, we're going into a very big high resistance over here. So here are my 2 plays on Bitcoin. I got my 2 scenarios. The first one is we get ready for around a $98,000 to $99,000 resistance, and the market starts to sell off. Okay, from here. Okay, then what you could see is there is another scenario where the market actually maybe wants to give one more fake out to the upside and then a crash. And that would be that 100K. Everyone is waiting so much for that 100K. And the moment that that 100K gets hit, everyone in the world is going to be so damn bullish, right? Everyone's going to be like, we are going to 200K. So that's why for me, there is a scenario today where we do actually pop up to around 100 to 101. And then a nuke happens. Now, I want to show you guys something that a lot of people won't be seeing right now. We are actually making a bearish pattern on Bitcoin. We are going up slowly at an upwards angle. Okay, and this is always not really known as a good sign. Okay, because what's bullish for Bitcoin, that's why I would have preferred, okay, if we actually pulled back on Friday when I said that I'm already starting to get out. That would have been more bullish for me today. The higher we go now, I'm getting a little bit more. Okay, but the problem is now you have a pump and we are doing this. And we all know this can result in this and then that, right? And that is a very decent pullback and a very fast one that's going to trap a lot of late buyers. So for me, it's showing that we can pump up to the top of the range over here. It is not certain that we will get to the 101, okay? But it's a no-brainer for me to rather actually bank some money now. And you guys know I'm all out on my trading accounts, except my long-term, and I still have a couple of spots, okay? And to actually wait for the opportunity to come. Now, let's speak about where I see Bitcoin going on the pullback. Guys, there's 2 areas. My one is resulting the late 80,000s. So you get a bit of an idea of how big I think the pullback is going to be, okay? So from where we are now, as it stands, in the areas of around 10, even to around the 85 can also be a possibility. The problem that I'm seeing, though, is Bitcoin dominance, okay, is nearly there. This is actually showing that the alts can pump a little bit more today still. It can still be a little bit more upside for a couple of hours, but this dominance is going to go up. And what it's going to do is it's basically going to have because what's happening now is when Bitcoin is going up, you have dominance coming down, so altcoins are flying. The problem is when Bitcoin starts to come down, okay, and a real pullback on Bitcoin, then what you're going to see is you're going to see the dominance go up when that happens. And that's what's going to result the altcoins to come down a lot harder than Bitcoin, okay? So from here, you could see that we are still in the trend line. We actually have a lot of RSIs getting to the bottom now. So let's actually look at a couple of them. You got the 12-hour, 8-hour at the bottom, and let's see the daily as well. Daily's at the bottom as well too. Okay, so you got 3 of the important RSIs that are showing you that we're getting oversold, that a bounce is coming in Bitcoin dominance. Okay, and it's showing that it can be a little bit lower. But then what happens is the pullback happens over a couple of days, and then we release the altcoins. So for me, that's the buys that are more important than the buys that would have been on Friday. Because for me, I want a shakeout. I want a relaxed market when it's going to go up again and not an overheated market. The market is getting very overheated right now. So what this looks like for altcoins is this is what I'm seeing on altcoins. So I want to show you guys total 3. And I want to show you guys that this big red box on top here, that is all-time highs. That's the all-time highs on altcoins. Okay. So for me, there is a shakeout incoming and then we approach all-time highs and we go. But we also know that this is realistically the late end of December versus the beginning of January. Okay, so I also know that I'm here at the party for a long night. I'm not here. It's only around 7, 8 o'clock now. They just started the prelims. They just started to warm up, right? We only just started to have the first bit of drinks. I see I'm offline again. You can see me? Okay, I'm back. Over here. Okay, so I know that from here, that's only when the real party starts to move here. So here is my play on altcoins. This is what I'm seeing over the next short time frames. This is what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing the alts make a little bit of a higher high from where they are now, and that's where I see the trap happening. So I see a drop in altcoins that basically just turns where we just broke out. You know, all those gains we made, I see that all being given back. So, you know, from Friday when the alts started to pump, I think we get back to the level of where we were on Friday before the pump happens. So it doesn't mean we're going super far down. It means that 30-40% we saw in a lot of altcoins go up. I'm seeing us come back and test a lot of those. So you can see over here, I'm seeing a pullback straight back into support, and then I'm seeing rocket ships to all-time highs. Okay, from there. But however, this will take a couple of days. But let's show you this over here so you can get a nice little understanding on the short time frame what this looks like. That's what it looks like over there. Push up in alts, a drop, and then an aggressive push over here. This is the way I see it happening. I see it going up, drop this, and then a sharp one, higher low, and then get going. Which means the first dump is the one that I really want to be buying. This one I want to be adding on. So it means I want to spend about 50 to 60% of my cash buying this dip over here and having limit orders. And the rest of my money I will add once the trends have broken and have confirmed we are going up. Okay, because the question is now, is this a 3-day pullback incoming? Is this a 7-day pullback? Or is it a 2-week one? Okay, there's nothing wrong with this market cooling down for 2 weeks and then going up for 3 months again. Okay, so don't get trapped and don't think to yourself that the pullbacks aren't going to happen anymore. They're going to happen. Okay, and again, the leverage wicks are going to come with a bit of aggression. They're there to take money out for any late buyers at any point. So for me, I don't see us going too much higher, and I actually see the shakeout incoming at any moment. Look at the USDT dominance. I don't know about you guys, but I've been trading for a while, and I can see that is a bullish pattern. Okay, so you see when we have this wedge coming to the downside and we slowly creeping down, I always teach you guys to start trades there, right? Okay, now the funny thing about USDT dominance is when this thing's going down, markets are green. When this thing goes up, markets are red. Right? People are going to sell out of coins back into USDT. So this, look how long this thing has been coming down for, and look how it's starting to slow down at an angle. So what this is showing for me is there's going to be a bounce in Bitcoin dominance and then a collapse. So from here, a bounce to this area, and that's where I want to buy, and then a massive collapse that happens after that. Now let's go through a couple of alts. Yes, sir.
Tell them to subscribe, bro, because I'm coming onto this channel very soon. I need subscribers.
Okay, please subscribe because guess what, guys? Guess what? This guy's getting benched next. So he's coming through to the crypto live.
So subscribe to the channel. So when I'm on, at least there's subscribers.
Yeah. So I had to go there with no subscribers.
And also tell them to sign up for your school, bro. The last cohort.
I know. I'm on it. I did. I'll show them again. Okay, so let's go through. We have 3 days together, guys. 3 days together. I would say the next 3 days to really focus on our buys. Okay. So today, it's about, are you taking profits or not? You have to make the decision. Okay? You have to make the decision now. What money are you taking profits on? What are you leaving for the long term? And don't confuse them. What's for your long term now, and what are you taking profits on? And what is your trading account? What do you want to make real money on? That's what you're going to make the decision. Once we get through today, and you've made the decision of what money you're going to bank, the next 3 days, we focus on where we are buying. Okay, and we focus on what we are buying and where we're going to get them and all these sort of things. You got to learn to not confuse it all in one day. Today is about making up your damn mind what money you're going to bank and what are you going to be patient for the crash. Okay, then we focus on the buys. So for now, there's 2 scenarios on Solana. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. I don't think you have to get into the mentality of shorting the market. I really don't. I've opened up a few little ones to actually have more money for the upside. I'm just trading the ones that are lower highs looking kind of bearish right now. So I have shorted Solana, okay? And I'll show you guys my shorts in a second, but it's a very small part of the money that I'm in at the moment. You don't have to short. I would rather focus on keeping money and getting ready for the dip. Sol, I see dropping to 210. There is a scenario of 190, but my 2 areas here are around $200 to $210 on Solana. So I see a push up. There's 2 zones here. The one's at around 260, and the other one is it just breaks the high at 270, and then the collapse happens. And this is where I want to get sold. Okay, so it gives you a nice idea on percentage-wise from where we are now of up to 20 to 25% pullback on Sol. That's where I want to get Solana. Let's go look at Phantom, which I was sad that it pumped. You know me, I closed my Phantom position. I was like, oh, I've been wanting Phantom the whole time. Luckily, my spot, my long-term is killing it with Phantom, right? But let's show you what I see on Phantom. I see a drop of Phantom between the 80 and 85 cent mark, a higher low, and then a push up in Phantom. Let's go look at things like Injective. That's what I'm seeing on Injective. I'm seeing Injective push up now. There's 2 zones of where this could happen, there or here. And then I'm seeing a drop that can come all the way down in the areas of $23 to $25 and then go up. Now, again, I can sit here and be like, oh, it's going to come down. I'm going to bank profits. But what I also got to understand, if I go back to the original charts that I showed you guys a little bit earlier, and I say, wait a minute, you're telling me Injective on the weekly, I'm going to be able to open trades on a weekly retest? You must be more bullish than ever today. You're not taking profits because you're bearish. you're like, holy crap, if this thing comes back into the weekly retest zone, I can open trades on a weekly breakout. Huge. Probably the best trade you could ever take, okay, is on those higher time frame views over there. So there is my injective. Let's go look at things like NEAR. That's what I'm seeing like on NEAR over here. NEAR come down to the areas around 5.9, even around 5.7. Okay, things like Chainlink, moving really nice, but it's getting to two zones here. The one at 19 and there's one at 21. Then I'm seeing a pushback to around $16. Okay, so from tomorrow and the next 2 days, I'm going to be focusing on our buys and putting all our limit orders in. You don't have to rush that today. You have to make all the decisions right now. So today is about banking, what money you're going to bank, and get ready. Now, guys, just before I go through a couple more alts, I want to show you guys a few things here of, again, why am I just making sure that I am ready for this, right? Because let me show you a few things over here. Firstly, again, the actual pattern that we're seeing on Bitcoin is not bullish anymore. It's actually a bearish pattern that we are seeing. Okay, and then that's not a good thing. And if you don't believe me, let me show you what this looks like in real time, right? Let's go back to the bull market. Okay, and let me show you what a bearish pattern looks like. Okay, so here's the daily, which is a higher. We're not on a higher time frame thing. Do you see when something goes up like that? What happened? Break, retest, and boom, done, right? Let's go look at this over here as well. Do you see when price goes slowly up like this? Do you see it? It's bearish, not real. Right? But then let's go to the other side. Let's go now when a dump happens, and this is why I was showing you USDT dominance. When something is doing this, bullish, right? Boom. After that, we started to explode. You could see here, multiple of them. Really, really a lot of them over here. You can see them. Okay? So it's quite clear now that you could see over here that we're starting to slow down in a little bit of an upwards trend. So that's a big sign for me first. The next sign, again, is the weekly stock getting at the top. Okay, and then the other one as well was if you look at Bitcoin as this whole move to the upside. Okay, I want to show you this. Let's just zoom out more, Okay, where we started this momentum, look how far we are from the momentum line. Okay, so if we take the original momentum, you've got 3 touches. Look how far we are. I know this game. I've seen this game way too many times. Okay, when we fall like this, at any moment, they send it down, fast up, and we continue the rally. But this can be quite violent for those who are not actually prepared for it. So jumping back now to a bunch of them, you can see the reasons of why I'm turning a little bit bearish at this point. Let's go through and see the opportunities. There's the opportunity on theta. We're not bearish. I see massive explosions happen after this. Okay, but that's what I'm seeing happen on theta. Pullbacks to those major zones over there. Okay, there's what I'm seeing over here. Even Doge. I showed you guys Doge as well, where I see Doge coming down to. 29 to 31 sort of cents is that mark, which is a good 30% from where we are right now. Okay. And we can go down to many of them. So today is a big sign, okay, for us to understand that it is about making up your mind, understanding a pullback is coming, and make up your mind what's a long term and what is your trading portfolio. We have the signs as well to see what's currently happening, right? Then tomorrow we focus on the buy. So tomorrow I'm going to bring in you guys at least 30 altcoin limit orders. Every altcoin that I'm buying a ton of gaming on the next pullback. There's so many altcoins that I'm getting ready to pop. And that's what we're going to focus on in the next day or two. Today, you're going to make up your mind, understand what I'm looking at. And for me, I just got to sit on my damn hands. Now, my shorts, let's speak about my shorts for a second. My shorts are just to make some short-term cash. So I have a Solana short, I have an XRP short, I have a Cardano short, and I have a Doge short. These are tokens that pumped really hard, okay, but they're starting to slow down, and they're actually putting in little lower highs at the moment. So here, I can also see again, if I look at Doge is actually moving in a slow upwards channel, which for me is a bearish channel. Okay, and I'm looking at a high. I know I can go a little bit higher. I don't want to risk more than 10% of my portfolio. And you can also see that they are on simple little 2Xs and even 1X shorts over here. They're not massive ones. I don't want to lose too much and get caught on the other side of shorts. Okay, however, these are the ones that I'm just hedging at the moment for the little drop to make some more money to get back in on the major longs. I'm hoping to get this account around $950,000 by the time I can actually buy the dips. Then I'm ready to go. And I don't know about you guys, but if I look at this again, I'm ready to get to 1.5 mil from here. Okay, and you can decide, I don't want to do this. Imagine I was holding my 850 and the dump happened, and then I went back to 600 or 500. Then I must go do it all again. I'm wasting my time, really. I'm literally wasting energy. I'm wasting these sort of things. So for me, I'm preparing for the rally up to 1.5 over there as well. Guys, remember, go here to Bubbles, win a Bitcoin. You got all these different exchanges accounts that you can sign up below. You got Blowfin, you got BitGet, you got Maxi, you got CoinW, you got Bybit, you got WeX, all of these below, and go predict your Bitcoin price. I want to see. People are saying 100,000 for the first, 109,000 on the 1st of 2025. Go do that. If you use any of my exchange links below, you can predict at least up to one a week per actual exchange. And remember, if your long term is not sitting on a ledger, we have a massive special on ledger. If you buy any of our ledgers now, some of them, they come with $70 of Bitcoin as well. This is what the ledger looks like. Okay, and make sure that your money is not sitting on exchanges, please. We don't need another FTX and Celsius event, and people have not looked after their money. Guys, love you lots. I'll see you all tomorrow. I know it's a shock to see Sheldon taking profits. It's not. I promised you guys that we're going to become millionaires together and we're going to have a good bull market, right? Which means I must be honest and say true to I am and not just say what everyone wants me to say. I don't care about that anymore. And to the haters, if you have not 3x your account in the last month, and I'm talking your real money, not your little $100 or $50, then do this, okay? If you've beat me, no problem. Then I'll take your information. But until then, if you're not beating me and you're not changing lives every day, shut up. Okay, love you guys lots. See you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.